Very little margin for error. Here is the pivotal night of Arsenal's group campaign. The night when, not for the first time, they return to Highbury to right the wrongs of their European travels. Their team is unchanged from that which maintained their contradictorily excellent away domestic form on Saturday. That means a home and European debut in goal for Richard Wright. And despite the availability of Martin Keown, Matthew Upson keeps his place. 5 of these Panathinaikos players were in the Greek national team at Old Trafford 10 days back. Still without fullback Seitaridis, they'll stay 3 at the back, with the Cypriot Konstantinou fit to resume up front in place of Vlahovic. We have one of Europe's name referees, Urs Meier from Zurich. Well, by now the penny should have dropped. Greek football is to be taken seriously. The international side scared the wits out of England. Olympiacos played their part against Manchester United in a very watchable game last week. And Panathinaikos have already beaten Arsenal, who must beat them tonight.
Very much so. I mean, these will be a good side. I remember I saw them play twice last season.
Ljungberg has found Wiltor early on, and Henriksen has slid it behind for the first corner inside 30 seconds.
Yeah, saw them play twice last season. They were an excellent side. You mentioned Karagun as a good player. I think the two strikers, Henry and Wiltor, have got to work the sides of that back three very well. They've got to get down the sides of them.
Upson forward. Inside, a big game for him as Van Bronckhorst whips in the first corner of the piece, which is cleared to Lauren. Some have said this is the most important game of Arsene Wenger's 5 years plus at Arsenal. That might be, I guess, hyping it up a little bit too much, but certainly were Arsenal to go out of the Champions League at the earliest stage, it would have an impact on the way their season is perceived. It would flatten it early. By Karagunis and chased by Konstantinou, and Campbell across and denying him a pure clean shot at goal. Whether or not he actually made contact is up for debate there, but it was Arsenal's first alarm.
Well, this will be worrying when it's one touch through the middle, he gets clean in, full marks to Campbell, he gets across. All you can say is whether he touched it, he certainly did enough to prevent Konstantinou getting a straight strike at goal. That's worrying. One ball, one little nick through the middle, and maybe the defenders, maybe young Matthew Upson, lost a little bit of concentration. A warning shot that bit.
Vieira. Henry. Stops Henriksen. Karagunis. Upson very lavishly and asked a lot of Lauren.
Irresponsible pass that.
Vasinas. Fissas. Dropped the shoulder and got away from Lauren. Played it in towards Konstantinou, who guided it just wide.
Twice we've seen the menace now at Panathinaikos. That was a little bit brought on by themselves, Arsenal. Never really recovered from that crossfield ball by Upson. Drives for the box Fissas. Konstantinou gets at the near post. Fortunately for Arsenal, he's picked his man, he's played it in that area, he's got first run on the defender.
He's seen a few of these Greek players in the very recent past. Sven and Torda along. Van Bronckhorst. Wiltor. Henriksen stepping out, he does look short. Souza. Fissas. Vasinas saw a bit short by the pass, and Vieira was onto it, and he's put Thierry Henry through here. It is Henry, it is 1-0 Arsenal. He has 7 goals in 7 games. The guy just cannot stop scoring. Though he should turn and he should acknowledge the part played by Patrick Vieira, whose tackle and pass made it possible.
Yeah, I bet Sousa's having a little bit of a spark out with the referee. He's got a feeling that when he lays the ball in there, that's a foul. It's never in a million miles a foul. Great through ball. Just have a look at the keeper. Do you think he goes down a bit too early? But I mean, that is a good finish. He actually makes Henry's job quite comfortable. I thought Henry's still got plenty to do with the recovering defender, but the keeper, Nikolaides, has made it quite comfortable for him.
goals in 12 games this season for Thierry Henry. Wilton. Out by Henriksen. Aimed towards Elisa Debe, who's got away from Upson here. Terrific pace from the pole, and Upson has brought him down. It's a penalty. Well, the turn of speed from Emmanuel Elisa Debe left Matthew Upson in the blocks, and when he did start to catch up, he only caught an ankle, sent the striker flying.
I must admit, my reaction as soon as I saw it was his face fell. He's got tangled up. It's a rash challenge. Not a nasty one, it's a rash challenge. You can't afford. You've got to be spot on there. He's definitely impeded him. Tell you what was, I mean, the burst of speed from the front player. Let's see the penalty first.
It's Bassinas. Great save! What a home debut! What a friend of Highbury he's become so quickly. Richard Wright for Arsenal takes his European bow in style.
And you wonder at the end of this tournament just how important that save might be for Arsenal. Because that is as important as the goal.
And it was no ordinary penalty save, that was full length. Galloping forward, and that was a fairly uncomplicated shot from Kyrgiakos.
That was lunacy in that part of the field. He's done Cole a favour. Cole's got all sorts of problems there. He's done him one big favour. Enables Arsenal now to bring the big guys up from the back and load some pressure on them.
And Bronkhorst with the free kick. Upson amongst those waiting for him. Rather unsurely by Vokalos, back in by Wiltor. Came to Campbell! Oh! Well, when he does break his Arsenal duck, you can bet against it being a right-footed half volley. But it very nearly was then.
It must have been when this comes out to him, you think he scored there. That's just grazed the post. But good chance, you know. Very good chance.
Kyrgiakos. Flipped away by Campbell, a little unconvincingly that time. Elisa Debe. Goal! A little wriggle, a little shimmy, and a neat toe poke. And Emmanuel Elisa Debe has Panathinaikos level off the back of an unsure clearance from Sol Campbell.
Well, that's certainly changed the whole game round, isn't it? It's a harmless ball in. It's one you expect your Keith centre-half to deal with. He hasn't, he's flipped at it. Leaves Loren there, and when it's got a little deflection off Campbell trying to recover his challenge. I mean, it's good footwork. We've seen he can take people on and isolate them. He's got a little deflection, just enough to beat Richard Wright at the near post.
And the mood has changed. Emmanuel Elisa Debe via the shins of Sol Campbell.
I'll tell you what, that is a massive goal there.
Its implications could be very wide-ranging. Karagounis going through, and it's worth making the point in order to avoid being parochial that is the goal that could take Panathinaikos into the last 16 of the Champions League this year, and over the longer term it could deny Arsenal their place, though there's plenty of football to play yet. Pires, Wiltor barged over, penalty. Kyrgiakos the offender. Seconds after having conceded, Arsenal raid themselves, and Sylvain Wiltor shoulder to shoulder here with Sotiris Kyrgiakos, who send him tumbling. Of course, it's Thierry Henry. And Thierry Henry doesn't miss. He never misses, and Arsenal are back in front. And just at the moment, this guy, this very special guy, is going at a rate that is better than a goal a game.
Oh, this is a super penalty. This whole goal, if you think about it, made in France. The link-up between Wiltord and Perez, culminating the penalty, that is an excellent touch. Yeah. Three keepers wouldn't have saved that. Great finish.
Karagounis, Basinas, Elisa Debe. Oh, hit the crossbar. It was a terrifically smooth move.
I was just thinking there's a lot of mistakes being made, particularly by defenders, that are adding to the excitement. But he's had three major contributions, this lad, Elisa Debe, and that is one, and that's a great let-off for Arsenal.
Freddie Ljungberg. Again brought down as he made tracks down the left side of the box, this time by Basinas, who's not having the happiest evening. But Freddie Ljungberg has got the red go faster stripe on the top of his head at the moment, and he's too fast for one or two of them. Van Bronckhorst. Campbell. When he does finally score for Arsenal, you can be fairly sure that that'll be the kind of goal it is. Basinas. Nicholson. Constantino volley straight against Campbell. Vieira. Perez. Lovely ebb and flow about the game, brought to a temporary halt by the grounding of Robert Perez. He and Fissas re-greeting each other, and Karagounis joining conversation.
I actually think Perez there ran for a block. To be very aware of that.
Hart playing it in towards Henry. Good impact from him. What you want from a late substitute. Clearance from Seydarides for Van Bronckhorst, and now Bergkamp, and then Van Bronckhorst again, and now Freddie Ljungberg. Away from Seydarides. Rather disappointingly at the goalkeeper. Bergkamp would have craved a pullback from Freddie Ljungberg.
I'm just wondering whether he could have got it back to Bergkamp here. I'm not too sure he could.
Fissas. Good tackle by Parla. Van Bronckhorst. Parla. Oh, he wants it. Nicholson came to get it.
I think the biggest change they've made in tactics is they've gone three up front with two wide and one through the middle.
Vieira. Bergkamp, his range. Dennis Bergkamp charged out by Henriksen.
Good block that. Obviously recognise the fact that Bergkamp has got a proven reputation from that distance.
Over goes Lauren, Arsenal's ball. Not a lot in that, in fairness. It is a bit of a nail-biter. Arsenal can't afford to concede. This win is a potentially priceless one. It certainly sets up next week's game against Mallorca. Now Bergkamp needs to keep it and turn and find someone.
That's right, just string your passes together for a bit.
Ljungberg, Henry. Ljungberg, that was clever, and Bergkamp, well...
That was unlucky. That was unlucky. Good understanding between Ljungberg and Bergkamp. Just a bit unselfish as well from Bergkamp. He had a chance himself, just try to slide it back through.
Kolka. Mikkelsen, he's ridden 2 or 3 tackles here, and Lauren had to bite in with another one. The Dane was just about into the box. Here comes Arsenal's change. Gilles Grimondi to shore things up. Thierry Henry.
Well, that signals your intent when you bring up possibly your main attacking threat, doesn't it?
Well, he hopes he's won the match. Gilles Grimondi is on there to ensure that he's won the match. Oh, thank heavens for that final whistle. Thank heavens for Thierry Henry, whose 2 goals have won the game. Thank heavens for Highbury. And once again, Arsenal have repaired overseas damage in their own homely workshop, courtesy also of Richard Wright, whose first half penalty save is the stuff of which career memories are made. And Arsenal's prospects for progress, despite Elisa Davies' wriggling finish in the second half, their prospects for progress are markedly enhanced tonight, as indeed are 1 or 2 of the younger reputations again. Matthew Upson's in particular, despite his error, which led to the penalty. Arsenal have the win they so desperately needed. They have it by 2 goals to 1 on a nervy, event-filled night.